Hello, here is a gameplay on IGS with reverse Komi that black won quite comfortable by 19 points and a half. Well, in the beginning, black messed up this lower right corner where the stones were captured right away and it felt like a good opening for white. But later in the game, black managed to kill the right and the top and came back to win this. So let's have a look. The opening, it's quite normal. Very good directional play here. So white plays the high pincer and black goes for a counter pincer. This is a fine move. In general, black should think of several moves on the left side. First of all, black can consider the Sansan invasion. This would lead to a classic Joseki where white separates, then no B, connect, extend. Nowadays it's also very common to play under and then another Hane. This is the pattern when white has the stone at D9. If white plays C8, the tight pincer right away, then he doesn't have to worry about connecting. But for white it's more interesting to connect solid and then attack the top left corner. So in this case, it's maybe not so highly recommended for black to jump in the corner in Sansan. Therefore, black can think about the Shimari in the top left corner, or first of all, play a one space jump, and after white defends the corner, black can think of a counter pincer like it happened in the game C11, or again the loose Shimari, the Ogema Shimari, because this serves as a pincer too, but okay, it's a bit far from white stone. Now some other local Josekis, black can play the slide and slide again. This would be an old school Joseki where black simply settles the group on the side right away, and later on white will play a peep, sacrifice a stone, and also fix a base or attack the corner. And another option for black locally against the pincer is to think of a double approach. So usually these are the first moves to consider. Jump in the corner, Sansan, jump out and then slide or counter pincer, or play the double Kakari. Now with the double Kakari, white can block either on the left side or attach on top on the bottom. So the idea for white is usually to separate black stones. Also white can simply Kosumi and then decide which side to block. But if this happens, black grabs the corner and then counter pincer. So that's an option too. Now when white plays the attach on the left, black will Hane once, then go in the corner, white will separate, black takes the bottom life, taking the corner, and then white adds another move, either Atari or cover, in case he wants to go for more outside thickness, then black will play Shimari in the corner. And if white plays the attach on f3, then Hane on this side, either invade the corner in Sansan, and then black goes for the left side and again plays the Shimari in the top left. Can be any kind of Shimari, it's a matter of taste or style. Or we can have this kind of Josekis where black plays the attach under the Hoshi, going for the bottom. Now the old school Joseki was always to wedge in order to create cutting points, Atari in the corner, cover, and then kick or simply play away. This way white wants to go for the left side Moya. Also, white can just block the corner, black pulls back, white protects, and black extends for a base. And here, white either adds another move like this or Kosumi, or plays Tenuki. But playing Tenuki leaves some margin, because black can push and cut, and a very fierce fight will start in the corner. So back to the beginning. When we have this pincer, black has the options to go in the corner, jump, counter pincer, like it happened in the game, or simply take a Shimari. Okay, let's see how was the original game. Pincer here, that's fine. White defends the corner, that's also okay. And black plays a double approach. This looks a little bit too aggressive. It's more like a handicap style game when you are white and you're trying to play a bit confusing for your opponent. But here it's not necessary. Black can jump out E11 or make a Shimari. Later on this Shimari came. Attach in the corner or invade the Sansan, or simply jump this way if you wanna fight against D9. But H3 seems a little overplayed here. So white played a double up. Now black can think about discarding this C6 stone and simply invade the corner. Well, this Shimari is still good. But what I meant is to go Sun, then Hane, hanging connection, Atari connect, defend, and then just slide. Because this slide, it's kind of related to H3. So what you do is just discard the C6 stone to take the corner for a change. Because the outside territory is not going to be so large, and it already feels kind of slow for white to play C9, that double up and all the stones on the outside just to build 10-15 points. But Ishimari is pretty good actually. So white plays a kick and black goes out. In general, this is a good move, especially that you don't want the tiger mouth from white, but white already invested lots of stones there, so it's still interesting to go in the corner, let white grab the stone on the left side, and then just break the corner. Either slide like this or like this. Well, here it's more interesting to play the Keima. So if white tries something like this, oops, that's a misclick. Oh, like that. The shape is not so great when white has to connect this way, and black already damaged a lot in the corner. And now black is sent to play at the big points. So go out, then white went down. White shouldn't descend here. It's more interesting to attach like this and separate the bottom stone from the left side. So when black makes a base here, white will add another move, something like this, and enclose the entire left side, catching the two stones on a large scale. So this was a little bit slack. Now black comes out. The way to go out can be also Keima, because you're staying away from F4 thickness group or T group, and even if white plays the attach and so on, now it's much easier to have access to the middle with those stones. Oops. So black played a one space jump, white attaches to keep the stones separated, that's good. No B, and attach here. Normally just no B, because it threatens to push and cut. So white will block and then go out with these guys. It's important to run out with them. If you just make a base on the bottom like M3, there is still the push and cut available, but white can fight back a little bit with a peep and a one space jump. So when black pushes and cuts, it's one step late. The group is already surrounded on the left side. So the attach, white plays the block, makes sense. White can also play the wedge here to create cutting points and become stronger. But here going down, it's a little bit greedy. Should just block. I mean connect solid. Because with this move, again, black is threatening push and cut. And white cannot cut here at J3 because black will just capture it right away. Like this or like this. So this way, black space on the bottom is much more safe. Going down here, white can use the cut at J3, which happens next. So when you play the solid connection, G3, which will threaten the push and cut, if white tries to surround the groups like this, black will push, cut, and then go out. So now the three stones in the center are also a little bit in trouble. So black is not running alone, white is also running with the group. Back to the game. So black went down, white cuts and goes down, that's good too. And now there's a little trade. Well, black got very strong. This is the turtle formation. When you capture two stones like that, it's a super powerful formation. And white went down to capture the two stones and build a corner. Well, here white can play the peep and surround the four stones on the left side, because these two stones on the bottom, they are not that big. It's much bigger to capture the group on the left. So like this, white ended up Kote. Now black attacks O3. O3, it's okay locally, but anyway the formation is very strong, and for black it's more interesting to attack from the right side and play this Joseki, because the right side is more open to develop, and the bottom is strong anyway. Even if white approaches again, black can go out or build dive locally, just like this. So this group is never in danger. Besides, for black it's more interesting to save the three stones on the left, so simply run out with a Keima this direction, which will probably force white come back to defend under or attach and run with his group. So on the way out, white it's also, he needs to protect his group on the left. So black is going out and he has a purpose to surround those guys. If white plays here, O3, black will separate, and now the two stones are heavy and on the run. Anyway, as a directional play, this extension feels good. 3 spaces from k3. So if you just think at the position locally, it's a fine move. And white should actually play low, because playing high allows black to approach at r8, which feels very good. So white is baseless. Should simply go up. No b, let white defend like this or like this, not a big deal, and then extend for a base on the right side. So vital point right away, and this is where black makes a little mistake with the Hane. First of all, black doesn't have to push q5. Going for the Hane right away is better, so it threatens the connection under, set up a little base, and then jump in the corner, either like this or like this, and later use the push and cut at q5. So this group already lives in the corner. If white tries this, connect, and you already have twice. And if white tries this move, again, let's see. This can be a little more dangerous, but there are many cutting points, so it's difficult for white to catch the group. So Hane first. Now, after this move, black shouldn't Hane on the second line, but turn. And after the turn, when white blocks to remove liberties and try to catch, now black can play the Hane. Because white will probably play Atari, Atari again, and connect, and now when black turns in the corner, the group is already alive. And then black can use the cut here. So the Hane was a little bit hasty. Now white can just capture the corner. This was a good catch. So if white captures this stone, Atari take, Atari connect, go down, descend, black will live in the corner, then there's a cutting point on the outside. Not so great for white. White did well to play another Atari and push along. There is no way to connect under. So white killed using the empty triangle. Actually here, black can escape. Hane, Atari, and hanging connection. Now of course, white will play all these Ataris, but black is already connected. Then white has to go back and catch a stone, and black can cut up. So for white, the way to kill this group is to go down. Because now if black pulls back, white can play here. If cut, Atari, go out and connect, and black has less liberties. Already, this group is dying. Only 2 liberties against 4. So white messed up with this triangle at q3, but black saved the stone under instead of connecting the group. So several tactical mistakes on both sides. It happens, and now white came back to kill the group. If white plays away right now, black will just turn here and catch the 3 stones faster. So here black can play in Sente O2, threatening the connection under, which forces white add another stone. So this is safe, and then should extend only r11. If you extend r12 later on, white can jump in. So it's a bit safer to go r11. For white, it's good direction to play to go in the top because it's more open. Pincer, fine idea. Black can also play the double up, works well with r12, then when white extends, attack from the top. The extension in the top is good enough from the top left shimari. So pincer, white jumps out. White was supposed to go in the corner and keep calm. He takes the corner like this in Sente. He already got the bottom profit, and now he can go for the stones on the left side or reduce the Moyo with a Keima, which threatens the invasion. So black will answer, then think about some ways to invade the top side. So jump, protect, then slide. This feels good for black because white's group is still on the run. So white right now should put pressure here, but he should skip this exchange. He doesn't need q17 for r17 because later it's better for white to invade the corner. So he better put some pressure in the top, like this, then invade the corner. This would work just fine for white. So now it's a bit heavy. Good idea for black to jump along. So white will be forced to live in the corner, that's fine. Here black can push one time and again and peep, then leave it. It's okay to extend in the top. Locally you can kill that group. White has enough ice space. But in fact, p16 and p17 and the rest of the forcing moves are good to be used later as co-threats. So nice idea for black to extend h16 after all. So white is going for these guys on the left, but it's a bit loose. Should be peep and jump like this or like this to create a net. So now black can go out, which he did. Actually here it was to play the no Setsuji and then Kosumi to escape to the center. So black found a way out. Very good to escape. Here black can play the Kosumi, and when white captured block, and now white still needs to protect under, then Hane and double Hane to expand the top area. Playing the Nobi, white can still use D11 to separate. Anyway, good catch here, and then there's a cutting point, but black can fight the Ko. Yeah, now white can go in between the groups, but playing the Kosumi would connect to the left side, so there is no way to break. Nothing to do here for white. He still needs to come back, and maybe it's too late. So capture, push from behind, descent, very good. Here white should play this clamp, and when black blocks, Atari connect. Go down, one space jump, that's excellent. Atari and connect. The connection can also be Kosumi, so when white turns, block and extend. And here actually black should play a one space jump and then this kind of shape or Kosumi to put more pressure on the group. Also Hane it's an option, and on the Hane just extend. White's group is still not alive, so white needs to come back and crawl on the second line. Like this white can go out easier. So normally if you play a one space jump and white plays the attach, then Hane works, go up and push along or connect. You're not going to play away from the attach to let white go out. This would be the order of moves if we change the order of moves and we get to the same situation like in the actual game, to prove that L10 is not the optimal move locally in the fight. So black went back to connect. Then this block, this is good, separate the group. And here black makes a mistake. It's either a misclick or a misread. Black should simply go down. If white cuts, black captures a stone. And white is separated, so white needs to jump again and try to connect to the top. Like this, white connected too easy. Well, it's a Ko, but white was actually separated without Ko, if you simply go down. This looks like a very sophisticated combination by black, and it was unnecessary. So some sort of Ko. Probably the plan was white captures, black connects, and now the group is still on the run. Therefore, white found a Ko, and he can leave now. Here it's proper to protect at K17, because this way it leaves more Ko threats, Hane and Kat and so on. That was a good threat. And now black lets the group go out. Actually black can block, and when white captures, look for a threat again. For example, Hane here. White connects, then black captures back the Ko. So let's see. Eliminate the Ko. Well, oh wow, this was so big, both for black and white. So black got all the potential in the top left, potential on the right, and white only has this lower right corner and the lower left from the beginning of the match. Yeah, this is more, because when when black captures P2, white will double Atari. So white had to play away. Try something on the right side. Maybe it's difficult to invade now, but at least some shoulder hit to reduce. So when black plays here, always double Atari. Okay. Then enclose more territory in the top. Yeah, this jump is good. So white comes in and he lost all his stones. It actually works for black to block, because when white pulls back, black can play here and the group inside will die anyway. And if black tries Atari and so on, eventually white has to come back and protect against the double Ataris. But anyway, this white group will die inside, so actually it's already dead. So now if black goes Nobi and white tries this move and then wedge and start a Ko fight, when black captures, This co-fight is very heavy for white, because no matter what white plays, black will capture these guys and the corner collapses and everything. So black could actually get ahead, but anyway, no room for two eyes. Okay, then some small endgame. Here it works to block this way. If white tries to escape, there's a snapback. And blocking like this threatens the cuts. So when white plays here, black can capture the stone, then white goes back. That's an interesting probe in the corner, hard to leave though. Black can go down, also go up, but the Hane works too. And descend, very good. Then block, and there is no room for two eyes. Hane from the outside and hit the vital point. Very well played here. The shapes are all good for white. Sorry, for black. Up, puck, puck, puck. So if black connects, white connects, black pushes and cuts, and it's all fine. And if white goes down, black will go up. When white cuts, Atari, Atari under capture, try to connect under, and it's still a false eye, so this will die. This means black could keep more points in the top than in the actual game. Like this, white save a few points, but he's still behind. And from here on, only small endgame. Hang on a second. So on this Hane, if black blocks, white cuts, black captures, white Atari, black connects, white Atari, black connects, it's all good. So white actually needs to connect and black connects. Saves 2 more points. Black doesn't always have to no-B or jump. Sometimes the block works, but you should always read, because this is a bit different having the stones in the lower left area. And in this position it's still okay to connect solid. It's less cotrets, but these two stones, I mean those 2 points are minus compared to the previous variation. It's just that black is way ahead to really matter. So quite a sloppy start and a bit confusing at times. Do you need a move in the top? Atari go down, Atari go down. Not really. Black would play away. So even if black removes these liberties, it's still okay. So let's say white is trying Atari, then go down, nothing happens. Then if Atari here and go down, play Atari from this side. If he goes Atari, there are 2 eyes in the top. If he turns, we take, and then that's me eye. Push here and make the eyes like this. And if he tries a different way of killing, like this, black connects, white hits the vital point, block, push, Atari from the outside and take. So black can make 2 eyes in all the possible variations, and therefore playing inside is -1 point. And that's pretty much it. Well done on this win. Enjoy the review.